Hello race fans, I'm Wylie Wade and this is Wylie's Race Report. Hello race fans, I'm Wylie Wade and this is Wylie's Race Report for Saturday, November 21st, 2020. It was open wheel night at Antioch Speedway and it was some great racing action all night long with the Wing 360 sprint cars, the wingless sprint cars, the 600 micro sprints and the Delta Dwarf cars all in action. Not only was it good racing, it was fast racing as well, topping out at over 112 miles an hour with the wing sprint cars, and the wingless sprint cars topped out right at 100 miles an hour even. Don't forget this upcoming weekend, the 27th and 28th of November, it's a doubleheader weekend. We got the open wheel cars back on Friday night, the 27th, the wingless sprint cars and the wing sprint cars. They're going to be joined by the Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks and the Hard Tops and the Valley Sportsmen, combining for another event. The Valley Sportsmen get to keep their wings on once again for that Friday night show. Then on Saturday night, the 28th, we got the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sport Modifieds, Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks again, and the final race for the four bangers. Next year, they're going to be called the Mini Stocks. Don't miss it. You can see all the action live and direct from Antioch Speedway, only on Antioch Speedway TV. Head on over to AntiochSpeedway.tv to catch all the action. In our racing action, the main event for the 600 micro sprints, number 4, Cody Gray took home the win. He had a very dominant race evening at Antioch Speedway. Here's what he had to say.
Cody Gray taking home the win. Tell you what, once you got out front, you just kind of checked out. How was it for you tonight?
The track felt pretty good. The car was running great all night, so got to thank everybody here at Antioch for producing a great track. It was pretty racy and it was pretty fun all night.
You were a lot faster than most of the other cars out there. What's the difference with your race car?
I really couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's me or what. I race with Brandon weekly. You know, me and him, we've had a couple of battles for the lead. It's always fun. So we were going to run Tulsa, so we've still got the stock A-Class motor in it, so it's nothing too special.
I was going to say, that's the best answer right there. It's the driver, right?
I guess.
95 plus miles an hour. Can you feel the speed in these little cars like that on this track? Because I know you guys also run places like Dixon, which is much smaller.
Yeah, you can for sure feel the speed compared to Dixon, and you know, the car kind of starts wiggling a little bit, but nonetheless, it's super fun.
All right, any big troubles for you tonight, or are you all good from start to finish?
Pretty good from start to finish. We had to do one gear change, and all we really changed all night was tire pressure.
All right, Cody Gray, congratulations on taking on the main event win.
Thank you.
Moving on to the Delta Dwarf cars, the 80N of Sean Jones took home the win after not making the main event last time out due to mechanical issues. He was out there and made a statement and took home the win. Here was Victory Lane.
Sean Jones taking home another win here at Antioch Speedway tonight. You won the regional event back in July. Last time here, you didn't quite make the main. You had some mechanical issues, but you come back and finish strong. No one could touch you once you got out front.
Yeah, actually the car was really good tonight. We've been trying some new old stuff. So I've been like going back to a setup that we used to run in 2009, 2010. I don't know why we ever stopped running it. So yeah, it was really good. I kind of messed up on 3 and 4 the last lap, and I heard my brother-in-law right there. So I don't know if it was just the white flag blues or what. I don't know. I didn't hit it very well, I guess. But it's always great to race with him, and I can't wait for the sprint car race. I'm starting first for that, so some tough competition to hold off.
Let's say I did that last lap. You went down turn number 3. You had about a 7-car length lead, and halfway through 3 and 4, you had about a car length lead.
Yeah, I felt like I almost stopped over there, but it was either going to just plow and keep pushing towards the wall, or I had to stop and reset and kind of pull off the bottom. But luckily, I guess I got through 1 and 2 really good that time, so thank God for that.
How's the track conditions for you tonight?
Oh, it's really good. It was pretty one lane in the heat races, which is pretty expected, and then it's really widened out now, and I think the sprint car race will be good. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
Can you learn anything running this and then going and running your sprint car a little bit later?
Mostly track condition stuff, but setup-wise, not really. This is well, their setup kind of similar, but you have so much more power and tire in the sprint car that you just get it done in that thing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we had a 100-mile-an-hour run in a wingless sprint car earlier tonight, so the racetrack is fast.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure that was DJ. So.
All right, Sean Jones, congratulations, taking home another win here at Antioch Speedway.
Thank you very much.
In our wingless sprint car action, DJ Johnson, our 2020 Antioch Speedway wingless sprint car champion, held off a hard-charging Sean Jones, who was trying to make it 2 main events on the evening. But DJ able to take home the main event win, putting another notch in his belt for the 2020 season. Congratulations, DJ. Here's what he had to say.
Climbing out of the race car, taking home his, I believe, 4th win of the year here at Antioch Speedway.
Woo! Yeah, that was good.
Winning it convincingly. DJ Johnson getting a swig of water. Okay, so just so you know, we talked earlier, and everybody can watch the interview later this week on on Wylie's Race Report. But I did not pick you because I didn't want to jinx you like you said I do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I kind of owe you one. But yeah, shoot, we are so happy right now just to get it done. Yeah, I mean, just to gather my thoughts, I mean, we just recap what we talked about earlier. We just said, hey, we've had a fast car all year, just unfortunate stuff's happened. You get into lap traffic, other people's wrecks, you know, and we gave a lot of races up while we were leading them. And I'd said that several times down here, and it absolutely drives me nuts. And so, yeah, you know, finally get done with the points, stop talking about points, and just come out here and just race our asses off, you know, and you know, it felt like we did pretty good in the heat race, looked at the main event, and who were lined up next to it, and it was a good field tonight. It was a real good field, you know. And you know, we wanted to really just put it to them. I mean, we want to come and put our best foot forward every night, but you know, we did it through lap traffic. You know, we made it through. It seemed pretty clean. You know, no hang-ups. You know, lap traffic wasn't making huge mistakes towards collecting the race for the lead. So, yeah, super happy. You know, and I finally got to race against Sean Jones. You know, he's ran up front several other weeks, and you know, you just want to get up there and race with Dylan. And you know, sometimes stuff happens, you fall back, you can't get up and race with him. But you know, we got to race Sean hard for at least 15 laps right there, and it could have went either way. You know, but hey, we had a track where we could get up there and run the high side, bang the boards, and you know, I mean, I don't know how Dylan ended up, but I tell you what, there's some badass race car drivers in the field tonight. Sean Jones, he's one to beat in a spec sprint, night in and night out. I don't know if the live stream knows, but Max Adams from Indiana, he was one of my good buddies. We raced USAC with him. He made the leap, moved to Indiana, and Finkerbinders, they put him in the car for the main event. So, I mean, you know, I think he was Gas City track champion this year in Indiana with the 410 boys. So, you know, you got some real top caliber drivers running spec sprints here at Antioch Speedway tonight. So, you know, if we could hold our heads up high and, you know, say we won that one, I mean, shoot, that's awesome. There's nothing else I could really say. Just thank my guys, thanks my sponsors. You know, they're having a good time tonight.
Yeah, they had a little fun. You'll have to watch the video for that. But and Dylan finished 4th. He had a good run as well. Now, I had a question for you as far as the racetrack. Looks like it changed in the middle of the race. At the beginning of the race, looks like everybody was running high. You tried to get around Sean a couple times on a couple restarts on the low side, and it didn't work. Then suddenly it switched, and you were able to get around him, and everyone else moved down after that point.
Sean Jones is a very smart race car driver. I mean, he's just got seat time and everything, and dwarf cars and stuff. He's kind of got that edge over me. He's driving a lot more often than I am. But you know, like we were in the same heat race. We had a pretty stacked heat race, and you know, Sean Jones, we were going to dive into turn 1 and see what happened. You know, we could bang a little bit, but not wreck each other. You know, and he's aggressive, and I could be aggressive too. But you know, sometimes some of my crew guys were saying, hey, you know, we kind of think he might have let you go a little bit just to play the invert and start in front of you. So, I mean, I feel like I don't think he'd ever really, I think if you put this 33 car in front of Sean Jones, he's going to give it 100% every time. So, you know, my hat's off to him. You know, the line just, the track was changing. So, you know, most of the time he'll be coming through the field and you'll be leading it in a sit and duck, not knowing what's going on behind you. So it just happened to be our turn tonight. So I'm super excited.
DJ Johnson, congratulations, taking home another win for the 2020 season and our 2020 Wingless Sprint Car champion.
In our final race of the evening, it was the Wing 360 Sprint Cars, and Caleb Montgomery, driving the 3X, was able to take the win, and here was what he had to say in victory lane.
Caleb Montgomery pulls into victory lane. Unbuckling, getting all the gear off. Climbing out of his race car.
Not supposed to do that.
Helmet falling to the ground.
Oh, hey.
So I dropped the mic. Come on out front here so they can see you on TV.
Heck yeah.
Caleb Montgomery, congratulations. Nice run.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. This is my second win here, but this is my first win actually counting it because there was some pretty good, pretty stout people here. I mean, we got Bob. He's been absolutely on fire this year. He's won, I'm pretty sure he won the 4-N. He won the opening Watsonville race. He snookered that one from me, and we beat Tim Kading. I mean, he's a household name in California and even back east, so I'm really pumped to get this one done. And even Tony Waldo was here. He's no slouch. He's pretty bad boy, wing or non-wing. So pretty good field, pretty good finish. I'm pretty excited.
I think the hardest part you had tonight was just getting through some of the lap traffic.
Yeah, I noticed I had to keep an eye out in front of me. I always had to be watching in front of me, the corridor up ahead, because I would see the lap cars spinning out. I saved myself in 1 and 2 because I went to the bottom and I was watching the 2 lap cars do whatever they wanted to do in front of me, and one of them decided to spin it out. Luckily, I just turned hard right and went right above them because that could have been pretty ugly and I probably wouldn't have been happy.
Coming out there into the race, you had that late yellow flag. You had a sizable lead at that point. I don't know if you knew how big of a lead you had, but you couldn't have been liked seeing that yellow flag at that point.
No, I didn't really want to see any of the yellow flags. I mean, we were just keeping our momentum up, trying to hit consistent laps, lap after lap, but I didn't know that I had a lead. I was running my races as if they were breathing down the back of my neck the whole time, and I figured Tony was going to be right on me along with Tim. So I just tried to be as consistent as possible and not miss my lines, and it paid off for us.
Will you make it back Friday night?
Hopefully we can catch a ride, or hopefully my dad can get off work. We don't really know, but man, this 3 Luxor car was absolutely on rails tonight. Max Adams had this thing just planted. Actually, me and him both set it up because he got a last-minute ride in the Finca Minor car in the spec sprint, so he told me a few routes to go, and I kind of went one route and then picked some selections off of the other route, and it worked pretty good for us in the end.
Partway through the race, halfway through the race or so, you had to move from the top down to the bottom.
I was trying to be as indecisive as possible when it came to which line I was going to run in the beginning because I didn't know which line was fastest, and I was waiting to see if I could hear someone's motor screaming on the outside or inside of me. So I was pretty positive it was around the bottom after a few laps in 3 and 4, but I was trying to run the top in 1 lap and 1 and 2, and maybe run 2 laps on the top and then dive back down to the bottom just to make people guess so they couldn't just throw a random haymaker or just try to tub me coming off the corner because they never knew where I was going to go. So they had to pick a line for themselves and they had to stick with it, and I was just trying to be as inconsistent as possible so they didn't know where I was going to go.
Who do you want to say thanks to for helping you get out here and race?
Of course, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Luxton, David Cry, Phillips Farming, CSI Shocks, and a big thanks to Max Adams. I mean, he's really putting on these wing cars and doing all that he can really do. So, I mean, it's really showing how much speed we've really gained over this year, and this is the first of many.
All right, Caleb Montgomery, congratulations taking home the win tonight.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all our winners on Saturday night, November 21st. Earlier in that evening, I got a chance to catch up with our 2020 wingless sprint car champion, DJ Johnson, for a quick interview, and take a look. Here with DJ Johnson, driver of the 33 DJ, and our 2020 wingless sprint car champion here at Antioch Speedway. Congratulations.
Thanks, Wylie. Yeah, we had a good year. We finally got to racing with all the COVID deal and everything. Finally opened up Antioch Speedway and just started having some pretty good runs and getting a couple second places and really running up front. And then, yeah, just been performing all year. Been traveling as much as we can, but found out that Antioch was the place to be. They had the most cars throughout the year, and they were putting the most race dates out there consistently. So we just kind of kept showing up. We weren't running for points. We weren't really sure if there was going to be a points series, being that it's a partial season. So we like to just show up and race as hard as we can, race for wins, and let the points just fall for themselves. But then with about 2 or 3 races to go and you're looking at the schedule, you're running out of events coming up, and we're the points leader, so then we kind of started points racing. So for our sponsors and our crew guys, when you're putting a year together, you want to be dedicated, and at least you can win your championship. It feels good for everybody, and you get to tell your sponsors. So, we hate racing for points, but sometimes it's part of the deal. So we come in here tonight, and hopefully pit's pretty full of sprint cars and everything. So hopefully get a good track, get some 2-3 wide racing, and put on a show for everybody on Antioch Speedway TV.
You lots of times throughout the year, I mean, every week you were one of the cars to beat. It didn't matter if you started dead last; you were very quickly up to the front. What was it about your car this year that you were just the fast guy out there?
Well, I mean, we put in a lot of effort to make our cars fast, and me and a lot of our crew guys, we've been together for a long time, so it really helps because we're familiar with these spec sprints, and we kind of went USAC racing, and coming back to these cars with the 2-barrel motors, you kind of feel like they're in slow motion. But with the Chadwicks coming in, they made the track a lot wider than what it used to be. We got a championship in 2012, but the track was really narrow, so you ended up running along the infield tires a lot. And then I guess once Chad widened out the track, then it ended up it created a lot of opportunities. The banking changed and stuff. It kind of opened up a higher groove, and I don't know. I just think just working on the motor program and just ready to hang it out there, just stand on the gas every night and try and go forward. Sometimes you start at 10th. I think we won from 10th position more often than we started from the front row. So, it's good. Even if as long as you're passing cars and going forward, that was the main thing. But I guess if you're looking for just a big secret, I guess our cars are just really fast. So
you're just a fast driver, right?
Yeah, we try. We try and do our homework. So, but we're just we kind of. Everything we talked about at the end of the day, we're just preparing for next year. We learned a lot of things, little things about shocks, and most of the time they weren't gains. It was finding out you had a problem, and then you kind of knew the next week to look so you didn't have another problem. So eventually you kind of create a situation where you're not making as many mistakes as you were, and that helps a lot for your successes. So,
what's your plan for next year?
We're not sure. Obviously, we've been talking to Chad and stuff. We talked to him a few times over the year, and he said he was trying to create some more non-wing racing and putting up more money. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We're willing to go where the most cars are. We want to race the best drivers every week. So we're kind of up in there. I think everybody's still building for next year, and they're trying to coordinate with other tracks a lot more. So we'll just see what happens.
You had a battle quite frequently with the other 33 car, that young Dylan Bloomfield. How fun was that, having him kind of be the week in and week out guy between you two? We always called it on the air, we called it the Battle of the 33s.
Yeah, I watched the live streams too, and you picked me a lot of times. I think you were kind of jinxing me on the deal, but
the announcer's curse.
Yeah, but no, Dylan was fun to race with, and I don't think we had a single racing incident the whole year, so
no.
that's a good thing. So we were racing with them and putting a lot of pressure on him throughout the year, and sometimes if you get to start in front, I know he's watching, and then sometimes we'd be racing him in the heat race and stuff, and you could kind of show him a wheel, and you could see how he's adjusting, trying to see what you were doing behind him, and trying to stay out in front of us. So it's good, he's watching, and I know he's a real hard-working little guy, and if he's making adjustments to you, he's learning. So he's getting faster, but we'll see what happens.
All right, so what's your plan here for the next tonight and Friday if you're coming back?
Yeah, we're just planning on racing both nights. We'll race tonight. We'll race Friday night after Thanksgiving, and I guess that'll probably be about a wrap on our year. So yeah, I don't know. We were working on the car last night and had everybody together, and we were talking about building for next season, and just reskinning cars and taking things apart, powder coating, and start rotating some parts out. And it's going to be a real short season. I'm sure once February, March comes around, there's going to be race dates. So usually we were kind of done racing in the past in September, October. Well, here we're already we're building race dates all the way till the end of November. So it's kind of how the NASCAR guys do it. They get done, and then it seems like next thing you know, Daytona's coming up in February, and you're right back in the thick of it. So You know, you like to think the off season's a chance to relax and regroup and stuff, and for us, it never really seems like that. We're always busy. So
The year of COVID.
yeah, we'll get through it hopefully. So we'll see what happens.
All right, who do you want to say thanks for helping you get on the racetrack every week?
Well, my crew guys are all waving over there, but yeah, Sonny and Aaron, my Uncle Bob's been working on motors for us. We've been making some gains there, and sometimes some things were easier to do in-house, and so that way they're within your own control rather than subbing it out to anybody. And you know, Shod Motorsports, they've been helping us a lot, parking equipment and keeping stickers on the car and everything. Bill's Tire Service been our longest sponsor so far. They've been our long-term sponsor, and you know, and that's been tied in with Sonny and Bill, and we've been making them proud, putting plaques and race wins on their wall. So, you know, and then our most recent sponsor, we had Brian and Norma Halstead with the with that Halstead real estate team at Keller Williams, and you know, so we've been making them proud and getting updates with them. They've been watching us on the live stream, so we're going to be trying to put some more sponsors together for next year, try and help us out and keep this hot rod up front.
All right, congratulations on your 2020 championship.
Thanks. Hope to see you at the end of the night.
All right.
That was DJ Johnson, our 2020 wingless sprint car champion at Antioch Speedway. Up next, here is my abbreviated pre-race show. Take a look.
Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade. This is the Antioch Speedway TV pre-race show. It's going to be a shortened edition due to our tight time constraints tonight. It's only just about 3 o'clock, and we are going racing here shortly. Mud packing starts in a few minutes. Let me flip the camera around for my first guest. You'll have to watch Wylie's race reports this upcoming week for the full interview with DJ Johnson, our 2020 wingless sprint car champion. But here live on Facebook Live, DJ, you got coming off a championship year, finished second last time out. You got a fast hot rod each and every time out here at Antioch Speedway. What's your goal for tonight?
We want to park it in victory lane. That's our goal every night. But yeah, we got a lot of people out here tonight, and we got a lot of people back at home watching on the Antioch Speedway TV live stream. And you know, we got a full field of sprint cars. We got wing sprint cars. We got non-wing sprint cars. We got 600s. We got dwarf cars. I mean, we pretty much got it all working. Yeah, the pits are full. Should be a good night. Put on a show.
You got trouble behind you. Coming into tonight, it's going to be the coldest race we've at least had here at Antioch Speedway this year. Does that affect your setup at all? The temperatures we're going to have out there?
Well, we'll just have to keep the crew guys working a little harder. That way it won't be cold. We did bring some propane heaters and stuff, and I'm sure they'll be crowded up in the trailer. So hopefully we won't have too busy of a night. We'll just run up front, no crash damage and everything, make life a little easier. But no, we're back to racing for fun now, and you know, no more points racing, no more anything. We just want to race for wins. So
run it for the win.
That's it. So I was fortunate. I finally drew a 1 in the pill draw, so I guess I get to start on the front row in the heat race.
You're not going to know what to do not having someone in front of you.
Yeah, that's a first. I couldn't buy any luck there for a while, but yeah, put on a show.
All right, DJ Johnson, I'll let you go get dressed. Thank you very much. Congratulations on your 2020 championship.
Thank you.
All right, DJ Johnson getting ready. He's got to go out. We're actually starting mud packing here momentarily, so it is a short pre-race show here tonight. See if, excuse me, and head across here if he's in the car, or around the car, excuse me. Jacob Tuttle over here. Jacob!
How's it going?
Good, how you doing? Let me flip this around. Jacob Tuttle, we're live on Facebook for the Antioch Speedway pre-race show. Jacob Tuttle here. You're running the wing car tonight.
Running the wing car, gonna give it a shot again. Last time we were out here, it fared off pretty good, so hope to do it again.
You had good luck in your wingless car, but you're gonna let your dad run that this night?
Gonna let him run it. I'm gonna stick to the wing car, and we're gonna see how he likes the sprint car world. He came from boat racing, and so he claims that it's pretty similar. So we're gonna see how he likes it.
That's gonna be interesting to hear what he says on that.
Yep, definitely go over to him and talk to him after that.
Oh, there he is. This is Dad. Hi, Dad. Yeah. So, are you ready? You ready to have a little
Heck
fun
no.
on the dry land?
I'm scared to death. No, there's not enough water out there for me. I need waves.
So your throttle's going to be a little different, right?
Should be a lot different. Yeah.
The boat you're on and off based on the waves. If I'm not
Usually wide open and just working my down pedal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be a learning curve. It should be fun. I'm excited. Yeah.
Tunnel, good luck tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. With that, as I said, the pre-race show short tonight as we have cars hitting the racetrack. So tune in to Antioch Speedway TV here in just a little bit. AntiochSpeedway.tv is the place to be for all the racing action live and direct from Antioch Speedway. I'm Wylie Wade. Until a few minutes from now when I get upstairs and we flip this thing on. Thanks for watching, and don't forget this upcoming week we have 2 more races coming up on Friday and Saturday, the 27th and 28th of November. Sorry about the camera work, I'm my own camera guy too. On Friday night we got the open wheels back, we got the wingless sprint cars, we got the wing sprint cars going to be here, and we got the hard tops joining us, as well as Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks will be here on Friday night. Saturday night we pick it up with more racing action, the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sport Modifieds, the Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks, and us mini stockers, the 4-bangers, will be out here on Saturday night to finish up the 2020 season here at Antioch Speedway. Holy cow, folks, it's Thanksgiving week coming up. Can you believe it? Happy Thanksgiving, happy holiday season.
So that was my abbreviated pre-race show on Saturday. This upcoming Friday and Saturday, we'll do another pre-race show each of those days. Earlier, don't forget, gates open at 12 o'clock. Racing begins, or on-track activities begins around 3 p.m. So I'll be on the air somewhere around 1:30, 2 o'clock or so on both of those days. On Friday, don't forget, it is the Wing 360 Sprint Cars, the wingless sprint cars, the Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks, and the hard tops with the Valley Sportsman. And then on Saturday the 28th, it's the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sport Modifieds, the Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks, and the 4-bangers. Next year, they'll be called the Mini Stocks. All that racing action can only be seen on Antioch Speedway TV. So head on over to AntiochSpeedway.tv for another exciting, fun-filled evening of racing ×2 this upcoming weekend on November 27th and 28th. That's going to do it for this episode of Wylie's Race Report. I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, good night, everybody. Here we need... try that again. And in our final race of the evening, the Wings 3, 2. And in our the 600 micro sprints, and we held the Dwarf cars.